House on this street outside the Nabe Naval Base is a bordello. The Navy realizes it can't do anything about prostitution, but unofficially it is trying to do something about the venereal disease.
Well, I don't think in just this fashion it's supposed to be going on, but on the other hand, we are doing things that are done in every large city in the United States. One, we are finding out who has venereal disease and running down all of his contacts. We are doing one thing that they are not doing.
Killed in teenage gang violence. Last night on Mean Streets, Randy Shannable looked at two Latino gangs locked in a turf war. Tonight in part two, Randy follows some teenagers as they look for a way off the Mean Streets.
I started to face the opposite direction.
One way officials try to end gang violence to stop the barrio turf wars is to show gang members what's on the other side of the tunnel. Officials take them on a tour of San Quentin.
My name is Brian. I'm serving a term of 26 to life, first-degree murder. And I'm here because I want to make sure these youngsters don't go through the same thing I did. And I care.
My name is Jesse Reed. Here serving a term of 27 to life, first-degree murder.
Some East Coast prisons try to scare kids straight, but at San Quentin, these prisoners, known as the squires, just talk to them.
You're 17, right, Eric? And you caught you had a strong-arm robbery? At 17.
A judge gave Eric a break and put him in a boys' home, not San Quentin. Still, Eric thinks he got a raw deal. He says he only stole $60. He says his gun wasn't even loaded. And he says he only steals because all his friends steal.
So basically what you telling us here, I gather, is that you are a follower and not a leader.
You can say that.
You playing Russian roulette with your life. You pull an empty gun on somebody, man, anything could happen.
15-year-old Mike says his alcoholic father beat him, so he ran away from home and turned to drugs and hanging out with a gang to escape the pain.
Straighten up, man, and go to your drug center. Learn what you can about that. Get your head together at school. Be somebody, man, because you come in here, you'll be a nobody.
Anybody in the gang is a scared punk motherfucker. In prison and out in the streets. That's when you got into a gang, huh? You're not man enough to stand for yourself. You're not man enough to talk for yourself.
The 15-year-old boy seems intimidated. The prisoners say in San Quentin, a boy like him will be someone's wife.
You know what a sodomy is, right?
You're talking soft, like a little girl. You understand? And you couldn't make it in a place like this.
17-year-old Eli says his parents treat him fine and give him a big allowance. Still, he breaks into cars, does drugs, and belongs to a Mission District gang.
You ever been in a shootout? Huh? Did you like that? How did you feel while you was in it? Do you think you can kill? What? What you doing up in the gang here?
I mean, I got to admit, I was slinging drugs and all of this, smoking PCs, selling it, cooking it. I thought I was a big mom. Yeah, I'm happy.
Here we go. Let's
buy a nice car.
Down, drop. 2, 1, and 0. Everyone, we're here. HaRRRy PeNNN production, studio, cast, stream number 3, right? I believe this is the third one. So, quick notes. Yeah, we were delayed. I do nothing but laugh because a lot of the people I work around, with the 9 to 5, it's like a little bit known that it's like things aren't tested until Pete goes through it. Okay, like it's not done, it's not finished until Pete goes through it, because I'm really good with testing things. I'm really good with breaking things. And I feel like because I was so anxious to keep this production going, and I got Uzi Susie issue 3 to get to. Yeah, I'm just, my level of anxiousness and angst, it's just fucking high. So these are like the pages, okay? I just wanted to show this off real quick again, okay? See, 9 by 12. I have these measured perfectly to get printed this way, okay? The formatting for what I would like for the borders, it's already there. So there's a lot of HaRRRy pen that's going to be plug and play from Uzi Susie. Let me show off too. Uzi Susie second print right here too. So I ran out of these. I print these myself. And it's a process that I figured out, I spent money on, but here we go. My printer bogged out. It's over 10 years old. And then chaos. So last night, I at a professional printers, we like this. this is like what they were trying to do. Okay, this is how far they got. Okay, so I picked these up today because they actually had to figure it out. So I picked these up today, and when the guy brings out the stack, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm like, okay, great. I lost a night and an afternoon, but we figured it out. And then, I'm sitting down at Starbucks with nothing but high school kids coming out from the high school around the corner, and you can see that they still didn't get it right. This is a major company in Philly. And I felt like I broke them. My guy gave them to me like on the house, so I guess I'm like maybe a little bit happy about that, but not really. I would like, you don't have to give me things on the house. I can pay for things. Paying for things isn't really a problem. So here we go. We have HaRRRy Pen pages 1 and 2 here. Okay, page 1. Got the Charger speeding through the city. We have our hippie. Now, the hippie's walking up to a phone pole to slap his to staple some of his like flyers on, and the flyers essentially going to read hippie commune free. So we're going to hit on those notes, and then he spins around. It kind of jumps out of the way right when the Challenger bust through the window. Now I'm working on this. There's like a little bit of a effect here I wanted with the glass, so you guys can see it. So that didn't quite, like I need more time on this. And then here, the steering wheel, the close up of the steering wheel, I feel like we're there. So look, the penciling I'm concerned with at this point. I'm also concerned with a little bit of the inking. So tonight we're going to just mess around with both again. We're going to hang out. We're going to chit chat. We're going to talk HaRRRy. Here we go. We got Mr. Penn in the house. Let's fucking go. HaRRRy, how are you, buddy? Yeah, and everyone keep in mind. Usually we're going to shoot for Tuesdays at 8 o'clock or 10. Or 8, 9, or 10. Announcements will always be on social media. So, we have that. But yeah. So here we go. So yeah, I mean, see that this is already a little bit too thick right here. Yeah, this is already. I can already tell that this is too thick. So this might be a completely failed experiment. Now, let's see here. What else do we have? Do we have any other inking tools I can maybe mess around and experiment with tonight? Yes, we did right here. So we'll try this bad boy right here. We need like a really fine tip here. And I want to say that's even. So like this is becoming already that this is becoming almost like another Uzi Susie. Just based on what the look and the requirements of that is. So my goal tonight is to really just get an idea of what tools I'm using, because I can pencil accordingly to mimic it and to match it. And I'm already getting annoyed. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. I mean, it puts me right back to the crow quills. It really does. So if we're doing the crow quills, it's definitely going to slow things down for sure. I mean, it's the crow quill does lend itself to the detail of the city for sure. Hopefully you guys can hear the scratches. So really, I mean, so much of like when you start something, it really comes down to like your tools, the style. And I just feel like for this, that is really something that's getting battled right now. Because I do want it to look different than my regular stuff. So now it's just a question of how much am I laying down the AKA PaNNN? How can I get this far and be like so distant? So maybe there's just maybe like a little bit of a back and forth with some of the materials. Like maybe do the fine pen for the facial features. Because even with the crow quill, I mean, I am going to be multiplying time spent for sure. So like maybe like here, like we'll see. Oh, it's a back and forth. It kind of makes me want to make this larger scale so I can use the brush pen. I mean, I'm a little bit happy with this. Hey, yeah, Harry. No problem, dude. I'm just having trouble really liking the tools. I just don't. I don't feel like I can dig in with them detail wise. Like, see here, like with some of the cityscape. I had to go to a finer dip, like a finer crow quill. So I don't know. I was hoping these would be production pages, and now I'm just 50-50 on these being used. But like if it's just more like another session of experimentation, like fine. Like like I'm just gonna have to deal with a little bit of a slower burn. So we can maybe go to the close up of HaRRRy right now. I mean, some of it too is going to have to be me just kind of drawing enough with one tool so I can kind of visualize it quicker and better. Yeah, maybe like doing more scribbles than what I'm used to. No, we did, but like again, it's different. just a little bit different when you're actually drawing pages, like we tested tools, we were kind of good with them, but which I'm fine with, but like it's still a little bit of a back and forth when it comes to the some of the panels that will require the like a true level of detail. So, but some of it too is, like I said, like sometimes look, I throw out, like, Harry, just so you understand, I go through a lot of pages sometimes for something to work. So, and sometimes it's just the material, like like it's just, it doesn't work, but that's the process, and that should never slow down something. That should never, because once it's figured out, it's figured out. But it's just sometimes just frustrating, and that's a little bit how I feel right now. Yeah, but whatever we make and don't use just gets added to the book for supplemental material. So yeah, it's just frustrating. It really, like it's just like one of those things that and today's what? Today's like Frank Miller's birthday, right? So I think it's fitting. We're working on the next Pope yarn on Frank Miller's birthday. And sometimes it's just the attitude of like keep drawing, trust that you will figure it out, trust that you'll start memorizing what some of the the sequences are, how to do some of the textures. I mean, some of this too, it just makes me kind of, like I can maybe go in with the brush too and not even use a pen, which I'm kind of liking a little bit more right now. because I don't think I'm getting like some of the flow. Like, I don't think I can make the corrections with that calligraphy pen. Just fucking sucks, and it's not really to the level, just like visually that I would want. So let's kind of let's just go back to the brush pen. See, I don't like all the feathering. I don't think the feathering kind of fits this. I think this is more like solids. But hey, like, it's either like, I would have to like waste a week too till I got paper. So I mean, like, again, this is a production, so things are going to go back and forth until it's all figured out. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe sloppy's the way to like describe it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe like just not exact. Yeah, like, just keep in mind too, like, the tools will limit See, like you can't do like small figures very well with the Pentel. Like it's just kind of like it really is. It's just a mystery sometimes. That's why things work. Like when someone, um, like John Byrne kind of like nails down what he did for OMAC or something. Like it's just and then continuing some of that with Next Men with some of the Zipatone effects. Like you don't imagine it being like a trial period. You kind of like you see the finished product and you're kind of like happy with it. Like like at that point, like you're either buying the product or you're not. I do like the brush pen, because I think the brush pen we can get some of these like chunky, spontaneous, like pulpy lines. It just can't be it can't be reduced. It really can't be small. So what I'll do is which is fine. It's going to have to be cardstock, full size, which was my original. Like, if you go back to that original stream, that's really what the idea was. So, like, it's okay. I mean, look, it's. It's just funny, like HaRRRy PeNNN, man of no style. It's like. See, like it's a little bit of like that, like this is something. But see, like but then I want like the perimeters of the blacks to be a little bit like this, like kind of like very like dry brush, but thicker. Like I definitely want to do more of the whiteout effects for the hair and other debris. Which I like, like I do like how some of this is just a little bit imperfect, like broken up in particular ways. Which sucks because I was hoping to go on the run tonight and get to pages 3 and 4 this weekend. Yeah, with the boob action. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and Harry too. We'll be working on this in sequence. Okay, so keep that in mind. In sequence to where I'm at with the drawing board. Okay. I mean, that's a little bit of like the panel too. Like just some of this stuff too. It's like re-realizing it. You know, like we got this like. See, I think even to like, yeah, if we can get down the brush pen. You know, probably would be like pretty good for the scenery. Got like a trolley car here. Oh no, it is frustrating. Yeah, I say we jump to the poop scene. Hey, we go in sequence. We go in sequence. Yeah, and it sucks because I thought I had some strong pencils too for this. Yeah, and some of this too, like I would say, like creative, like not creatively, like skill level wise. Yeah, my learning curve for this too is better blacks. Which we were talking about that shadow work and just getting like I have to up my blacks for sure. Like just how I visualize it, like just like see it in my head. And it's just I was never quite there with using blacks in that fashion. But with this project, I mean, like I will have to evolve. Like really kind of get better with uh traditional comic book storytelling, if you want to call it that. Like I wanted more like silhouettes in the background. Usually I fade my background. So a lot of this is just like I would say more of it falls on me than might like that might appear. But it's like the same as anything else. Like once you figured it out, like it's such a good feeling. And then like working with subtraction in addition with some help of the whiteout. I think I'm just gonna have to commit a little bit more time to the drawing table. So I don't know. You know, like it's definitely a big back and forth right now. I mean, even just rendering and modeling some of the face like in shadow. But see, like the more I work with this, the more I feel like it's where we're going to go. It's just like knowing what those amounts are. I mean, I like his hair. Like I think we can show off his hair being like that, like a 70s driven hair better with the, you know, like going black to white, black to white, black to white, like adding and subtraction until it, like, you know, we get some of those like fine, like, you know, like wispy hairs. So maybe, like, you know, I still don't think. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's all about the boob scene. Like, I kind of just want to, like, maybe I'm adding too much to his nose. See, like, I don't know, like, just kind of like doing some of this, like, super quick. This almost looks like that, like, this could be like his hippie doppelganger. See, it's just kind of like, how loose do I really want to take it? How loose do I want to go? You know, this paper is super smooth too, so like it's just one of those. Like it's just a lot of calls, a lot of decisions. You know, like I kind of want him to have these like bushy, crazy eyebrows. But see, it would be like maybe like that, and then see, like that's what I don't, for my own stuff. That's what I don't do enough of. I don't shade or like model the face. But see, like it would kind of be like, yeah, like I don't know. It's just like maybe I should just focus too a little bit on better lines too. Like a little bit more expressive. But then, like, but still kind of have like, see, it's just like, it's kind of like where those shadows come from. Like, what do you want those shadows to do exactly? Like, that's the thought process. See, like, this is where, like, you're just like sculpting with black. You're just really looking for, but see, like, this is really what I feel like what our direction is. Like, I feel like this had too much detail. Even though, like, it's a little bit closer to my style, I would still say, like, I think this is like trying a little bit too hard. I mean, I would like even like blacken out that one eye. You black out that eye, and then like we'll just add like the like one of the highlights, like just something like that, like the like that dead eye. But I kind of like the idea too that there is, like that rubble, that debris that I always add, but kind of making it a little bit more, noticeable, a little bit more like a part of the piece. See, like here, like just going back to looking at this, like there's a lot here to dissect when it comes to making it look chunky to a point, making it look faded, making it look and like there's ways to shadow like underneath the vehicle so that you can kind of hide the perspective of the tires. Just kind of like I like the quick brush word balloons though. See, like when you have simple lines too, at that point, like it doesn't take a lot to, like crank out a little bit more of that like detail. And it definitely is. It's a trickier technique if we're going to go to dark add the extra hair and then subtract it. Yeah, so I'm going to call it, because I gotta get back to it. If we're looking for paper like this size, again, like this is when my printer completely failed and busted. So it would be maybe like we'll do HaRRRy pen full size with the Pentel brush pen, and we'll be able to get in with the city detail. We'll be able to get in with the car detail, but then we'll have enough room to play with those shadows. Because this just fucking sucks. I'm very unhappy. All right, everyone. HaRRRy, thanks for hanging out, bud. I appreciate it. I love you. So next week, just be on the lookout. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep going. This stuff is what I was thinking. It's very sensitive. Like, yeah, like, yeah, it's a little bit more, right? Like this, right? Like, this is our direction. I have to dissect it. It's not easy. But I'm going to keep going. So, a little bit of a setback.